Bhagavatam Canto 2, chapter 6, and we are completed till verse 36. Now, up to that verse, Brahmaji was saying a certain number of words. He said that he is always catching the feet of the Lord. When he catches the feet of the Lord, he is able to be one with him. And that is the highest form of devotion, where you have completely subsumed yourself at the feet of the Lord. So this is what we had understood. And he was talking about how one can attain the Lord. That means one can attain Sri Krishna, who is the one who creates this whole universe. So today we are going to learn about the two aspects of Krishna, and these two aspects are quite different. Though the scripture which we are doing is a very biased scripture, but we will try to see how best we can manipulate around that. So let us start with the new verse. So we are doing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, chapter 6. This is called the Purusha Sukta. Verse 37. Since neither Lord Shiva nor you nor I could ascertain the limit of spiritual happiness, how can other demigods know of it? And because all of us are bewildered by the illusory external energy of the Supreme Lord, we can see only this manifested cosmos according to our individual ability. Now this verse tells us certain things. Brahmaji is talking to his son, and he says, neither me nor Shiva, these are two other entities besides the Vishnu entity which is there, they cannot even ascertain the spiritual happiness. You know, we are all seeking happiness. Everybody wants happiness in their life. But happiness is so momentary. It is like keeping the ice cream in the mouth and it is melting away. The sensation of ice cream plus the taste of ice cream goes away the moment it enters our gullet. There is nothing left. Same thing happens with relationships. The whole world around us, we establish relationships. What are these relationships? We have relationships with our near and dear ones. Those whom we are related by blood. That is blood relation. Then we are related to those whom we are getting in association with, like marriage or other ways. Then we have our colleagues, our friends, the world around us, our countrymen, everybody we establish a relationship with. So when you are in a relationship with something else, we are always trying to seek happiness from everybody. We want our children to give us happiness. We want our parents to, be happy with us. The husband wants happiness with his wife. The wife wants happiness with the husband. The man wants happiness in his job. The woman wants happiness in her job. Whatever they are doing, everybody is seeking happiness. In a similar fashion, even the demigods are seeking the same. Brahmaji himself is saying these words where he says, neither me nor Shiva can understand this happiness, because this happiness is ephemeral. We can't even touch it. It's spiritual happiness. So a question was asked, how is it that if Brahmaji is completely subsumed in the Lord, when he is touching his feet, why is he not able to control his other urges? Why Brahmaji has to get into traps? Similarly, Shiva got into the trap. You know that. Every god in this planet, in this entire Brahmand, has been falling prey to something or the other. Why does that happen? Answer is very simple. Till you are at the feet of the Lord and touching his feet, no Maya can touch you. Did you get it? No Maya can touch you. But the moment you go away from him, or you release his feet and you just want to go somewhere, everything comes crashing down. You are immediately entrapped in the Maya. People come and stay with me over here. When they are over here, their life is running in a clockwork precision. Their breakfast happens in time, their lunch happens in time. They are very disciplined in their life. They have no choice, by the way. The choices have been taken away from them because there is a lifestyle which is modulated over here. But the moment they step out of this place, everything goes to ruins. Why? They can't manage their timings. They can't manage discipline in their life. They cannot manage anything for that matter. The reason is very simple. Maya creeps in. See, is bewildered by the illusory eternal energy of Sri Krishna. The Maya comes to bite you. It is not going to allow you to become that good person. Everything is a trap set by her. She will say, you don't have to worry. There is nobody on your head to see whether you wake up or not. Go to sleep. There is nobody here to even monitor what you eat and what you don't eat. Eat whenever and whatever you feel like. There is no need for you to have austerity in your life, like taking a bath or staying away from any of the bodily activities. But the moment you go out, you are gone. You indulge in every activity containing lust, greed, and all the Kshatripus are back again. People have actually left and gone. I'm afraid of these people falling down so badly on their face that they cannot even get up in their life ever. Till you are in the world of spiritual, there is nothing in this world that can hurt you. The day you step out, the day you say, I don't want to be a part of this, Maya is going to bite you like nobody's business. Narada is being told by his own father Brahmaji. Remember Brahmaji and Saraswati, Brahmaji and Parvati. Think about it. I gave you the story where Brahmaji gets attracted to the feet of Parvati. You know that, I told you all this story. Similarly, his own daughter. There is no way in which you can control any of these urges or these demands. If you are in spiritual, if both husband and wife are there, they are going to be together, when they are with the master. They will stay away from any bodily activity. But the moment they are out of this ring, things go haywire. People fall for everything. And they can never get out of it. I have always told people, those who are even close to me, those Those who feel that they are very close to me, I have told them, remember this, the day I am away or you are away, you are going to abuse me. You are going to call me names. You are going to say whatever you feel like. Your whole family, whole world which you think is your own is going to take you and run away. The happiness doesn't come. Nobody can be happy. Nobody can ascertain the limits of this happiness. Even all the demigods know about this. The demigods fall like ninepins when they are not at all near Krishna. And because all of us are bewildered by the illusory energy of the Supreme Lord, we can only see the manifested cosmos according to our individual ability. What you get to see is your own cosmos, the own world of yours. Let us say you are with your wife. Your wife will become the goddess for you. Your wife will become that, somebody who is dearest to you. Spirituality goes out of the window. The moment you are in your material worldly job, your job becomes important to you. Money, 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 money. I want to be this, I want to be that. This manifested cosmos is not real. This is not real. Nothing is real. The wife that you think is not real, neither the husband that you think is real, nor the job is real, nor the money is real. None of it is real, and yet it becomes so real for that person that they fall down. They get trapped in this web of Maya. So, Brahmaji says, verse 38, let us offer our respectful obeisance unto Sri Krishna, whose incarnations and activities are chanted by us for glorification, although he can hardly be fully known as he is. Nobody can know Krishna. Yesterday I made it very emphatically. I told you all that not a single person in this entire created universe can understand Krishna. So if you are trying to decipher, you are trying to say, oh, he could be like this or he could be like that, don't even try. Simply because even Brahmaji doesn't know who he is, even Shiva doesn't know who he is, even all the gods and the denizens of this divine world as well as the demonic world, they don't know anything about him. They can speculate as much as they want. Speculation you can keep on doing, but it will still not tell you who Krishna is. And this is a very clear indication. Hardly he can be known as he is. So let us see the next verse. We are doing verse 39, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 6. Sri Krishna expanding his portion as Mahavishnu, the first incarnation, creates this manifested cosmos. But he is unborn. The creation, however, takes place in him. And the material substance and the manifestation are also him. He maintains them for some time and then absorbs them into himself again. Now this is a very strange verse which we have already done this kind of verses before, but let me again recap it for you. The Sri Krishna that we are talking about the Divine Lord, the number one, whom we don't even know who he is, okay? So this Sri Krishna, from his own body, from his own being, creates a new identity. A small portion of his being which he calls as Mahavishnu. So now Mahavishnu is an avatar which got created. Now, how this avatar got created is something which you need to focus on and listen to. That is his first incarnation. An incarnation is not the original, okay? Think like this. If I am cloning myself, which one is the original? The one from whom this cloning has happened, that entity is original, correct? Every other clone is a clone only. So think on those lines that the next entity is called an incarnation. He is called the plenary portion, and in our world he is called an amsh. Amsh is a small portion, tiny portion, not even a big portion. So Mahavishnu is his amsh, is a portion of him. Now there is a step by step how this works. The original Sri Krishna, as we are talking about, if you remember, I had already told you, which is there in the Bhagavad Gita in chapter 4 verse 20. He says words which even the greatest of the masters don't understand what this verse talks about. Please know this. I have personally gone to some of the greatest masters in India, and I have asked them this question because I wanted to know whether they really know what is written over there. But till today, I have never got the answer. Nor the greatest of the masters can answer this. Because understand one thing, it is very, very difficult for even Brahmaji or any other form, including Shiva, cannot understand this Krishna. So the question which I had asked, who is this Sri Krishna that we are talking about? This Sri Krishna is the original from the second divine unmanifest. The verse says, far beyond the unmanifest, there is another unmanifest. How do we know? Well, with your imagination also you can't know. So leave it at that. First itself, imagination, you can't imagine unmanifest. And there we create more complication that there is a second unmanifest where he is a person. Where he is a person and he is a abode also. A house also, he is also the house and he is also the person. Doesn't that explain this verse? From his own body, he has created this world. Is it written? We have just done it, no? So are these verses matching? Naturally they are matching. They are telling you something very clearly. So from the second divine unmanifest, the first undefined, that is unmanifest comes into existence. From the second comes the first. Now this unmanifest that is there, this avatar is known by us as a simple form called Narayana. We just know him as Narayana because we don't have any other name. In this, because this book is a tainted book, so they are going to talk in their own language. Don't go by these explanations in this book. These explanations are weird. Nobody can explain Sri Krishna to anybody. They could be any person in this world. No. So, from his own being he has created. Alright. Verse 40-41. Sri Krishna is pure, being free from all contaminations of material tinges. He is the absolute truth and the embodiment of the full and perfect knowledge. He is all pervading, without beginning or end, or without rival. O Narada, O great sage, the great thinkers can know him when completely freed from all material hankerings and when sheltered under undisturbed conditions of the senses. Otherwise, by untenable arguments, all is distorted and the Lord disappears from our sight. The argumentation which these people have, they have had with me also many a times. Because somebody tainted their mind and they are ready to abuse other people. So did you see that? Till these people do not completely submerge in Krishna, there is no way of knowing Krishna anywhere. Many people who have joined these organizations have come in front of me and spoken a lot of nonsensical stuff. And I ask them, if you are abusing somebody else, do you think that is also created by Krishna or no? See, in their world, it is like the Abrahamic religion. They believe there is a devil and there is a God. So, devil is there and God is also there. So, the dark forces are there and the godly forces are there, and they are always fighting with each other. One second. If God is everything of everything, why is there a dark force? Tell me. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Does it make sense to you? Even that negative force is also a part of that whole being, no or no? So then this negative force actually cannot overtake the positive that is there, all that God that is there. They cannot even do anything to him. So then what makes them think that there is something different? So this, what I will teach you over here is simple. The spirituality which we are talking about, everything is accommodated. See how he is saying. The personality of God is pure, no tainting, free from all contaminations of material tinges. Material tinges, the good, the bad, the right, the wrong, the man, the female, the man and the woman, animals, birds. These are tinges. They are tainted things. If you are that soul, how can soul be cut into pieces? No, it can't be cut into pieces. If soul can't be cut into pieces, then what makes you this, the great idea that one soul is bad and one soul is good, one man is bad and one man is good? Do you think that is how it is going to be or no? It is like that. But you not accepting it is your stupidity. The reason is because you are getting carried away by Maya. And how do you know this? Till you do not have material worldly hankerings. You want something. You desire something. Even that happiness which you desire is a desire. The money that you want is a desire. The wife that you want is a desire. The husband that you want is a desire. The children that you want is a desire. Everything is a desire. If you give up your hankerings, I want this and I want that and this has to be like that and that has to be like that. Well, the day you give up the hankerings and completely submerge in the feet of the Lord, because he is the beginning and the end of everything. There is no other entity besides him. Then you are freed from all these hankerings. You will then understand the Lord. But till that point, you cannot even know him. You are still going to say, I want this and I want that. Did you get it? The wantings and the desires are always going to be around. Even I want a good death. People want this. I want to die in my sleep. I don't want to feel hurt. Got it? Old people think like this. The young people think, oh, I wish I had $1 billion so that I can take care of everything in this world. Money is the greatest of the evil. Lust and greed, two of the greatest evils in the world. They will take you away from God. The day you find yourself feeling, oh, I need to make money, I need to make money, I need to make money, I need this woman, I need this man, I need this family, I need these children. It is called desire, no? So he says, you have to be completely free from all material hankerings, and when sheltered under undisturbed conditions of the senses have to be completely undisturbed. Undisturbed senses means what? Senses should not even go out of your body seeking things. The moment your eyes go out, they are going to see some things, and then things are going to change in you. When you hear some words, that is also going to change you. All these senses that are very dangerous. Strangely enough, I do the cooking and I will keep a dish in front of you. And I deliberately asked you the question, how is it? There is a little bit of salt less, and next time, can you please make this with a little bit of this? Funnily, you are staying in a guru's place and you have, your tongue is moving all over the place like a snake's tongue. You are attracted by your sense organ. If I keep the window a little open, I deliberately do that. It is cold over here. Oh! Well, if you are in the Himalayas, what window are you going to close? Do you understand this or no? Which window will you close? Guruji, I will have to shut the fan, Why you have to shut the fan? It is cold in here. What kind of tapascharya are you going to do? You can't even sacrifice this much for Krishna. Your ego has to come in the way. What is the point? These kind of hang-ups that are there can never take you close to Krishna. Please understand this. You can be Brahmaji, you can be Shiva, you can be any god, you can be any person on this planet Earth. The day you show your tevar, the day you show your, that, I want it like this and I do want like that and this has to be like this, then you are not going to be a part of his coterie, because you have already decided that you want to be separate. I hope you get the point. You think I don't do my stunts over here? When one person is there, I will get another person in front of you to see how you are going to behave in that case. And I have seen 100% failures. Not 1% pass also. Because they get carried away by Maya. Maya. And then everybody has doubts in this world. So, you have to be in the sheltered, undisturbed condition of the senses. Otherwise, by untenable arguments, all is distorted and the Lord disappears from our sight. If the moment you say that this is not like this and I want this way and that way, the Lord disappears in front of you. He is never going to be with you. This people have this understanding that no, you are there in front of me. No, boss. It's an empty shell. And you will look at the empty shell and will call it by some name. The reality doesn't exist because the truth can never be understood by man. We do verse 42 now. Now this word over here, please don't go by this word. The first incarnation of Sri Krishna is the master of eternal time, space, cause and effect, mind, elements, material ego, modes of nature, senses, universal form of the Lord. Then he is the master, he is the second incarnation also. And he is also the sum total of all beings, moving and non-moving. So listen to the words very carefully. The first incarnation of Sri Krishna, he is the master of time, space, cause, effect, mind, elements, material ego, modes of nature, senses, universal form of the Lord. That is the next portion. And the sum total of all beings, both moving and non-moving. So, in the first divine unmanifest, not the second is Sri Krishna. You remember, he is the original person. From him comes the first divine unmanifest. The first divine unmanifest is called over here by some name. Don't go by that name. He is called the unmanifest Krishna. What is he called? The unmanifest Krishna. Sometimes he is also called as a Narayana. Narayana is easy to remember, isn't it? So for your reference only, I will call him Narayana. Don't call him by any other name. Who is he? In the first divine unmanifest, he is the master of time. Time comes from him. Space comes from him. Cause and effects come from him. The mind comes from him. The elements come from him. The material ego comes from him. The modes of nature comes from him. The senses come from him. The next, that is the universal form of the Lord. Universal form of the Lord? We will tell you. I'll tell you that. And the sum total of all living beings, moving and non-moving, everything comes from Narayana. First divine unmanifest. He creates the manifest world. So he is still not understood, but he is the master of everything. Got it? So the first divine unmanifest Krishna, also called Narayana by me, over here for your understanding purpose. This one is the master of everything manifest in this world. He is the super boss. So he takes another form. The unmanifest takes another form which is called the manifest world. The manifest form. This manifest form is called the Mahavishnu form. I hope you got these stages. 1, 2, 3. Krishna, Narayana, and Mahavishnu. Sometimes people also call him Vishnu. People. No. Vishnu is another form. Let me tell you by this. So the first generation is called Narayana. Second generation is called Mahavishnu. Third generation is called Vishnu. They all come from the original super boss, Krishna, of the second divine unmanifest, who is a divine person and is also the abode. This particular part is very difficult even for the sages and the saints to know. Because I personally asked them this question, do you know this? And they have not been able to tell me the answer. Because they can't think beyond the first unmanifest. Got the point? The first unmanifest is also called Brahma. The Brahmanyanis called it Brahma. I gave you a name, call him Narayana. Got it? So now I hope I have made myself very clear. Don't get upset if you don't understand, it's all right. You don't need to know anybody over here. You just need to know Krishna. Go catch his feet, more than enough. And he is a person. Now we will come to a next verse where he is going to say nobody knows. Who knows? Nobody knows. Only Krishna knows. See, now you understand why the name came into the picture. Nobody knows. So, let us see what he says. I myself, that is, this is verse 43 to 45. This is Canto 2, chapter 6, Srimad Bhagavatam 43 to 45. I myself, Brahmaji says, Brahmaji is talking, I myself, Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu, now see Vishnu has come. Great generators of living beings like Daksha and Prajapatis, yourself Narada, and the Kumaras, that is the 4 brothers that are there, Sanat Kumar, Sanat like that, Heavenly demigods like Indra and Chandra, the leaders of the Bhurloka planet, the leaders of the earthly planet, the leaders of the lower planet, we have done these things, all this. The leaders of Gandharva planet, the singing and the, all the creative people. The leaders of the Vidyadhara planets, the leaders of the Karna Loka planets, the leaders of the Yakshas, Rakshas and Urgas. So there are other types also. Then, the great sages, we have heard about the great sages right from Vashishta Muni to Vishwamitra to, Bhrigu and this one, that one, everybody. The great demons, all kinds of demons are great, by the way. Whether it is Ravana, whom you know Kamsa, Shishupala, all these are demons, okay? Hiranyakashyapa, Hiranyaksha, all these demons very famous. The great atheist, people who don't even believe in God. And the great spacemen, like Elon Musk type, they want to go in outer space. And maybe the war of the world, they had these people from Mars coming, like that. As well as the dead bodies. All those who are dead and gone. Evil spirits. Satans. Now see, understand. He is not saying it's one Satan. He is talking about there are a number of them. Okay. How many spirits? Innumerable. How many Satans? Innumerable. That many hells are there. The jinns. Who are the jinns? The jinns are there in Islam, if you know them. Okay? The jinns are very strange creatures. Kusumandas. Headless creatures. Great aquatics. All fishes and all these. You know, the first fish we are going to do. Don't worry. Great beasts and great birds, etc. Now, etc. because he got tired saying all these other things also. In other words, anything and everything which is exceptionally possessed of power, anything in this world which has got power, opulence, greatness is there, mental and perceptual dexterity, Neil deGrasse Tyson type of people, super smart guys with very high IQs and all that. They have strength. Jason Momoa, like that type of people. Scorpion King. Okay. Those who give forgiveness in this world. I forgive you, my son. Beauty. Those who are very beautiful creatures. Some modest creatures. The opulences are there. They have all the beauty and everything that is needed. And there are breeders. Whatever the form or formless may appear to be the specific truth and the form of the Lord. This is the caveat. But actually they are not so. They are only a fragment of the transcendental potency of the Lord. This is a very strange verse, isn't it? If you think that there is some bird coming over there and we think that, oh, this is Garuda coming, Garuda Airlines. No! It's a small potency of the Lord. You know, my son looks like Krishna. Which angle? No angle. It's only an image. We create imagery. Oh, my wife is like Mahalakshmi. I have to give her some gift during these pujas. My brother is great. My sister is the greatest. Tomorrow I am going to have images of Ganesha, which we had rather. And now we are going to have the images of Kalima and Durga Ma and all these images. Everything. Brahmaji to Shiva. Indra to Chandra, manifest all kinds of things that are there in this world. And they look like as if the form of God. They seem to have a little bit of God in them. No. You're mistaken. Don't fall for all these things. The quantity of God that is there in you, okay, what? Maybe 1 mole or 1 zillionth of that portion of the Lord is the same as that. Everything included, including Brahmaji. So Brahmaji himself is telling these words. They are only a fragment of the transcendental potency of the Lord. They're nothing great. So far, I hope you have understood. So we do the last verse of this chapter, verse 46. O Narada, now I shall state one after another the transcendental incarnations of the Lord known as Leela Avtaras. Hearing of their activities counteracts all foul matter accumulated in the year. Their pastimes are pleasing to hear and to be relished, therefore they are in my heart. So now Brahmaji is exhausted himself and he said, you know what, I need a glass of water to drink first. Now you know what, I have told you all the downside of life, okay? I have told you, you think of yourself as some entity connected to God. Nobody is there. No Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, nobody has this. We all The small plenary portion, tiny, tiny portions of the Lord. Everything in this world, whether it is the devil also. Did we talk about the devil or no? Satan? We talked about the Satan also, no? So many Satans, so many devils, so many Rakshasas. All have the potency of the Divine Lord. Very tiny portion of it. So now, because now you also must be exhausted, and you must be thinking that, half of the second book is over and you are still going to and not telling me any stories. I sat over here not to get bored with your lessons like this. Yeah, you have done the trashing too much. Can I listen to the stories now? So Brahmaji says, yeah, very right, very right. So now what I will do is, from the next chapter onwards, I will talk about the Leela avatars. God likes to perform very beautiful plays, Leela means a play. So Sri Krishna comes on this planet Earth to perform different plays. Now I want you to think about it. Which play? What form is he going to take? So far we have come to which form? Do you remember? Sri Krishna in the second divine unmanifest. Then we came down to the next first divine unmanifest, which is called Narayana. Third form is Mahavishnu form. Now Mahavishnu form, just now we heard about a Vishnu form also. So we are going to have Vishnu forms creations. They will all be coming as manifest as human beings or physical entities on this planet Earth. And when they don the makeup and all that, in some, your kids, when they go to school, sometimes they become a fish, sometimes they become a dinosaur also, no? You put the dinosaur, right? Thing. Or sometimes they become a tree, sometimes they become a fruit, something like that. It's like a fashion show for them, no, children. Sometimes the boy will dress up like a girl or the girl will dress up like a boy also. Happens. So this form, the last form, he takes a lot of these kind of forms because he is now going to act in all the films that are going to come. All the films. You see, recently we had one film, no? In that there was Narsimha avatar of his. So all the films he is going to act in, all the action films are there. So he does all the action films. So Vishnu takes multiple forms. That is why it is called Leela Avtaras. So when he enacts a form, that enactment is called the Leela Avtaras. I hope you got the point. Mahavishnu is going to be the great actor over there, and when he puts on the makeup, you see Star Wars or any of those alien movies with all those things, coming out of their mouth and all like that. Some big tongue will come out, long tail will be there. They are just putting on makeup. You will find that the great Hulk is that like that he does. So that he is not like that. No, the real person is not like that. So the form is going to have those powers, specific powers. So hearing these activities, all your things which are all the kachara that is there in your ears, all the dirt that is there in your ears, you don't have to go to an ENT specialist, all will come out. Because you are going to hear beautiful stories of the Lord. These pastimes are pleasing to hear and they are to be relished by you. And which Brahmaji says, these stories have been in my heart, which I am going to start telling you from tomorrow onwards. Alright? So we have come to the end of this chapter, which is called the Purusha Sukta. This is Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, chapter 6, verse 46, ended. Tomorrow we will start a new chapter.
Recording stopped.